This is J Love T. How you doing today?
J Love T. How you doing today?
Blessed. I'm also coming up here. Oh, what's on my mind? I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. I done came up with my Miami Hurricanes season record prediction, and I'm predicting 11-1, man. 11-1. The schedule is set up perfectly for us to make it. And this year we got for sure instead of what is. You feel me? But like I said, it's my opinion. You know, I know other people will call me crazy. You know, but it is what it is.
Well, of course, it's your opinion. Do you recall what you predicted last year?
Yes, I do recall what I predicted last year. And I was completely wrong. But the reason why I predict 11-1, for 5 good reasons. Number one, we don't start off the season with Florida and North Carolina. Our first 3 games should be cupcakes, and the reason why, for that reason, it will put us in the driver's seat. We will know exactly what we have. Also, the offensive line is much better, and what the offensive line that we probably start the season with is probably not going to be once we get to Michigan State. And like I said, it's just the first game sets up everything for us. Did I predicted 11 wins last year? Yeah, I did. But last year, you got to remember, we didn't start off the season with a cupcake. And we basically went 0-2 and then caught the momentum when we won our next 2 games. Which this year, it won't be the same issue. You know what I'm saying? So we have 3 games to figure out who is going to do what and what are we going to do, especially at offensive line. And I know a lot of people are penciling in De'Ara King at QB as our starting quarterback. But to be honest, like I said, because of those first 2 games, no position, none. Kicker, quarterback, running back, offensive line, defensive line, corners, nothing is set in stone until we play Michigan State. And like I said, thank God we have the 3 cupcakes to make it happen. So yeah, that's the reason why I predict 11-1. I feel like those first 3 games will give us the momentum, and we'll know what we need to do and who is going to play and who is going to be the main factor for everything.
So, J Love T, I would keep in mind that while you are substantially better than the first 3 teams that you're playing, have a much better roster, much more talent, and should win those games by, even throw out the Wagner game, because if you can't win that game, obviously the season's over. Wagner that should be a 5, 6, 7, 8 touchdown game. But the Temple and UAB games, yes, you're substantially better than them in regards to talent, but just keep in mind that your Florida International game last year, your Western Michigan game, that was only a 5-point win. Temple is capable of beating Miami, and UAB is capable of beating Miami. And the reason I say that is that because of what you've shown the last couple of years in playing those kind of opponents, you could also have the type game that North Carolina had against Temple in postseason play last year, where North Carolina just crushed them. Yes, you are capable of going out and beating Temple like North Carolina did, because you're very comparable to North Carolina. And the Tar Heels beat them, I think, 55-13 in whatever bowl game that was, the Military Bowl, one of those bowl games last year. So you're certainly possible. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody said Miami's going to win that game 45-10. But it also wouldn't be surprise to me that if Miami really struggled in that game against Temple. And then the same thing with UAB. UAB's won Conference USA. I don't know if they won it last year. I forget whether it was the last 2 years or 2 of the last 3 years. UAB's won Conference USA. So again, Conference USA's a group of 5, a lower end group of 5. But still, I wouldn't count those as 3 cupcakes necessarily, even though you should comfortably win those games.
Yes, correct, and you're 100% right. That's the reason why I emphasize those first 3 games. Those first 3 games, not only we have a higher chance of winning, which which is very important. We know who we are. And the roster will be set in stone. You're right about last year. But don't forget, last year we started the season with probably Florida, probably the best team on the schedule, and North Carolina, a team that with a high-power offense that ended up beating us.
Sure.
We didn't really have an identity with the starting quarterback. Now let me add something here, because this is very important. If we played Central Michigan and the other cupcake the first 2 games of the year, our season might have been way different, because we probably would have settled the quarterback position during the first 2 games instead of the middle of the year. We didn't really have no wiggle room to do what we could have done in the beginning of the year last year. With this year, and that's what I'm seeing these 3 games this year. With this year, we don't have that problem. It's not a what if, what's not. Let's figure out who we are, who can play, who can ball. So when we go, we're set in stone at everything. So yeah, you're right. FIU, because in my opinion, if we started our season last year with cupcakes instead of Florida, North Carolina, we might, maybe, the season might be a little different. It would not have been a big difference, but it probably made a little difference. And I'm speaking about the quarterback position. So yeah, you're completely right. I'm not saying those 3 teams are cupcakes. I mean, just because we have the on our helmet doesn't guarantee a win. But I feel much better because when we play Michigan State, I know who the offensive line is going to be because they have to. I know exactly what we're going to get from Jared King or maybe Nicole Terry at QB because we have tape. We see it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like our season is on the line those 3 weeks. And we can't, and yes, I do feel like we're in the coastal, but I feel like this team will have an urge each and every week because Manny behind is on the line. And I appreciate Manny Diaz for doing, because a lot of people are calling us off-season champions. Listen, I give Manny Diaz credit. You got to give credit to where it's due. The man did something that the last 2 coaches refused to do, and that's look in the mirror, say, listen, what I did was wrong. I need changes. And he made changes, and he gave the fans and the people everything that we wanted, and even an offensive lineman in the portal. So, yeah, that's my response to that one, Mr. Rogers.
Okay, J Love T. I would tell a lot of people that that was an excuse, but what I think is credible that what you're saying is you face the best team on the schedule, Florida. You faced them in week 0. You faced them with a first-time freshman quarterback starting and with a first-time head coach on the sideline. So that's a difficult situation. It is facing one of the 10 best teams in the country with a first-time head coach. So this is the first time that he's standing on the sideline. He's the head guy in his first game and the first-time quarterback. Yep.
And the 18-year-old left tackle. So yeah, excuses. You're right. It's excuses, but like I said, it's just the logic behind of everything. I mean, we sucked last year. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm very, 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 very optimistic for this year because we're not getting blindsided. That's like I said. I predict 11-1. Hey, if we go 8-4, oh well. I expect Miami to be back in at least another 2-3 years because I keep telling people I don't care who we recruit. I don't care if we get Adrian Peterson and Lawrence Taylor. Until this coaching staff is completely healed, completely from top to bottom, it's set, then we'll be back. We can't keep following the Clemson way. Oh, follow Clemson. People need to realize Dalvin was nothing until he got his 2 5-star quarterbacks. Yep. We got to do it our own way.
All right, J Love T, I appreciate the phone call. As always, we've got other people lined up to take their phone calls as well. Have a blessed day.